are here at Exposition Park, and we're just going to walk around for a little bit. If you've ever heard of Exposition Park in Los Angeles, I don't know where you've been. So many great events have happened here. The big ones, of course, are the 1932 Olympics and the 1984 Olympics were held right here in Exposition Park. But 2 Super Bowls and a World Series have also been held here in this park right here in Exposition Park. Just over to my right is the Coliseum Stadium. And if you don't know this place, in 2028, this is going to be the site for the 2028 Olympics. So this will be the Olympic Village coming up in just 2 years. So I thought it would be interesting to come here. It's a rainy day today, but it's still beautiful here. We are in the Rose Garden. Very fitting that we're here in the Rose Garden. Exposition Park opened in, I believe the year was 1872, and it started out as the Agricultural Club's garden. There was 134 acres donated to the Agricultural Club of Los Angeles in 1872, and they had different gardens throughout this whole park. Is how it first opened, and the only one that's remained so far is this one, is the Rose Garden, which this is the perfect time. Even though it's raining, May is the best time to visit the Rose Garden. There's so many roses here to visit, and I wish you could smell it here. It just smells so beautiful because, let's be honest, a lot of Los Angeles does not smell that great, but this part of Los Angeles smells amazing. These right here are called Love and Peace roses, and they are amazing. This beautiful yellow, orange, and red rose here. So many beautiful roses here. It's just countless how many roses are here at the Exposition Rose Gardens. In addition to the Coliseum, there are several museums here in Exposition Park. There is the California Natural History Museum over here. There's the California Science Center. This building over here, the black one's going to be the new Lucas Narrative Arts Museum. So many museums here, and many more being built here at Exposition Park. Oh, I just remembered that one over there is the California African Museum. That one's also being built. I just came up to gate 23 here, and this is the Coliseum Stadium, but it's called the United Airlines Field. It's home to USC's football games as well. This will not be the home to the 2028 Olympic ceremonies because those will be held at SoFi Stadium in 2028. But many of the events, a lot of track and field events, will happen here. And there's the new Lucas Museum. That one almost looks like a spaceship. That's going to open up later in the year, probably around May is when that will open.
This is an F-18 Hornet plane. It is one of the United States attack planes. It is one of the United States' most versatile planes. It started development in 1986 and can fly in almost any weather condition and land almost anywhere.
We're now going to go across the street over to USC. USC stands for University of Southern California, and the University of Southern California is one of the most prominent private universities in the United States. Frequently is on the top of the list for academics, and it's just a very interesting campus that's been here probably around the time that Exposition Park has been here. Well, I think a little bit less. We'll find out more information, but it should be very interesting heading over to USC, the university. That's where they're having a book festival today, and that's the primary reason for our visit down here to Exposition Park. But it's also good because, like I said, this place is going to be very active in 2028 for the Olympics, so it's interesting to compare. And as you can see, It's very accessible here by the Metrolink. So I'm a big fan of the Metrolink, and both the Exposition Park and USC is right next to a metro station, so that makes it very convenient. They didn't require a ticket for me to come in just to see the exhibits here inside the book festival, but I did have to present my ID and go through a brief security, but that wasn't a big deal. So this is my first time here at University of Southern California campus, and it's very nice. The buildings are beautiful here. Very interesting. This is a statue dedicated to George Tirebiter, who was a spunky mascot here at USC and beloved. And when he passed away, they made a little statue for him, so kind of cool. I wish I could read more about the story, but it's really hard because it's raining today and the granite is dark, so I can't really read the whole description. I'll have to read it online later. Here at the opening ceremonies of the book festival. Lots of umbrellas going on.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming today, despite the rain. And thank you LA Times Festival of Books for having me.
Like at Riverside they have a steam clock. I'm like, I know that's a steam clock because we have one in Riverside.
Yeah.
Here at the book festival, the first one we're going to check out the Jane Austen Society Southwest chapter, and lots of people in period dresses. Jane Austen books and swag. Like I have to think, like if you're a Jane Austen fan, you've read the books, right?
Yes.
But there's lots of swag to get to.
Yeah, or you might need a new, more beautiful copy of them, for example. Just because you read it doesn't mean you need
Oh, there you go.
You know, and so
There you
you
go.
know, like, or you might need a book to give to your favorite niece, you know, or whatever. You know what I mean?
In addition to clubs, what else is there here?
Oh, well, there's bookstores have booths, but also there's people promoting their individual books. The olden days, my mother's family history, you know, and she's setting up. So,
For her, so you can get with the authors maybe.
yes, you can get your book signed. And these are definitely.
And they even have college textbook because I see the School of Medicine over there.
Yep.
So lots of different stuff.
Lots of bookstores promoting their events, and lots of individual people, mostly people who have printed their books independently. And
Yes.
so, you know, like people, they need to, this is how they're promoting their book.
Yeah. Here's some
Or
bindings
somebody
you
who
can
will
want.
bind- if you want to print your book independently,
Yeah,
you
they'll-
might meet with a,
Yeah,
you know.
you could bind your book for you there.
USC was founded in 1880 by Judge Robert Whitney. He got 3 of his friends together and they donated 308 acres to build this university.
The library, it's the Edward L. Doheny Memorial Library. So there you go. He donated 150,000 books for this library.
Well,
And
no,
famous-
various people had
Some
donated.
famous presidents who visited here were John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon,
He was vice president at the time, but you
yeah,
know,
and Gerald Ford, who, if we want to date ourselves, we could say, like, that's the president under which I was born. So there you go. In addition to books, there's radio stations, and KTLA is our local news organization. And then I see the LA Times has a booth behind them too. So,
well, this is the LA Times Festival of Books.
oh, okay.
That's why it's the
Well, they
LA
do have a
Times.
big booth over there, the
People are
Los Angeles
lining
Times.
up for a talk over here.
Oh,
They
okay.
paid for a ticket to a
Oh,
talk.
gotcha.
And the tickets are really quite reasonable, most of them.
Oh, and there's Musicals. Look, there's Les Miserables and Harry Potter and the Beauty and the Beast musicals. Oh, it's the Pantages Theater. That's why. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Some weird animal stickers.
Yes, each weird animal is a mix of an endangered animal and then a mythical animal. Like we got a grizzly bear hydra and a monarch dragon, and then you can read about the endangered half of each weird animal in the book.
Okay. Very interesting. Dr. Joseph Medicine Crow Center for International and Public Affairs. A lot of the talks are being held in this building right here in the lecture halls. Here's the HarperCollins booth. They're known for the Narnia books here in the United States. They're one of the major children's publishers here. Books section, and they got some beautiful flowers here in this beautiful building, which I don't know what the building is. Something pavilion area. But lots of cool used books you can see.
This building turned out to be the USC Alumni Building, and it is the oldest building on the USC campus.
Mystery books for $8. You can just get like some mystery book with cool stickers and stuff.
Yeah, but a blind date with a book.
A blind date with a book is what it says.
Overlooked girl who finds her choices matter.
Okay, there you go.
Historical fiction about the importance of women's work.
There you go.
A thriller. Enjoyed by Catherine Slade.
Yes. So you got those ideas, get them on paper. We need more authors, we need more books. So Stacy,
the book fair was interesting because they had some panels with different authors. Some of those authors, like Stacey Abrams, are kind of controversial. This was a kid's book, but Stacey Abrams' books are currently banned from all federal facilities. It is kind of weird to me that a book about a little girl talking about pizza day at her school was considered so controversial, but I guess talking about school lunch programs is considered controversial these days in some places.
Waymo taxi here. These are self-driving taxis here in California. So they're taxis and they just drive themselves is how it works. No driver inside of these taxi services. They're kind of like Ubers, but like I said, no driver. Very interesting. Sun has finally come out on the book fair and it's so much brighter now.
Festival. It is not a fair. It is a festival.
Festival, whatever. I'm gonna go over here and check out the USC Trojan over here. It's just a lot nicer to walk
Officially, the
around
name of
when
the
there's
monument
sun.
is the Trojan Shrine, and it was built in 1930, but everyone knows him as Tommy Trojan, and he is the most popular unofficial mascot of USC. People think the Trojan is the mascot of USC, but it is not. The official mascot of USC is the Andalusian horse, named the Traveler, and before that it was George Tirebiter, which was that dog that I saw coming into campus.
We're gonna go check out the official university bookstore now. See what's in there. Where we can get all the USC merch. Even though neither of us went to USC. We're both Cal State people.
Yeah. I did not attend the university.
Denise went to Cal State Bakersfield and I went to Cal State San Bernardino. This is a private university. Let's see what they got. Lots of merch, of course. You can get a bundle combo. There's a pin. Lots of pins. Game day tattoos. More stickers. Magnets, decals. They Have all sorts of pennants. That's kind of cool. Banners, flags, license plate holders. Should I get the official USC chocolate bar? That sounds interesting. Maybe I should try that. How much is it? Ooh, it's kind of expensive, $14 maybe. This is something that's very interesting you don't see anymore, and that's Scantrons. I totally remember Scantrons and Blue Books from when I was in high school and college. It's just funny to see those. There you can see the Coliseum, which is now called the United Airlines Field, but it's really the Coliseum Auditorium. And there's the flame because that's where the Olympics are going to be, and was and will be. It'll be the third time. But the flame will not be here. The flame will be over at SoFi Stadium.
Well, that is going to do it for this tour of Exposition Park and USC. It was fun to see how things are going, and it'll be fun to see how things are going to go as we get closer to 2028. This area already has a lot of things to see, but with the Olympics coming, it's just going to get better. I will definitely be watching out for this place in the future, and I'll be seeing you in a future video. Thank you for watching.
5, 6, 7.